guys. I'm so delighted to have you on our second podcast, and my team and I would just want to say thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Today we'll be talking about the Japa fever and everything you need to know about the Great Rush. That's for our listeners, people that are
Yeah.
listening to us at the moment. So that's what we're here to talk about. So I'm going to allow my guests go ahead and introduce themselves. You tell us your name, you tell us what you do.
Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Wayne. Oti Wayne. Yeah. Currently studying for my master's degree at Nottinghamshire University. Nottingham. Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda Williams, and I'm a master's student to studying public health, and I'm currently a healthcare assistant here in the UK. That's my
So
job.
we have brains in the building.
No
All right,
cap.
can you guys tell us
What happened?
where you're talking from, what country and what city? So like our guests can know.
Presently calling from Nottingham, UK.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. I'm calling from Nottingham, UK.
Okay, so I'm just going to start with why we are here. We're here to talk about the Japa fever. Reason being that so I don't know, you guys have been hearing about the situations that are happening currently in Nigeria. You have the issues of first scarcities and the likes. So we have like various citizens that are like angry, and we don't like what we are seeing so far and what is going on. And then you have people saying if they have the slightest opportunity to travel out of the country, they will do that in the twinkle of an eye. So we want to know, okay, what are the things we have to know if we want to actually leave the country. My first question is going to go to Wayemi. So you're going to tell us what was growing up like in Nigeria.
Well, in the beginning, Nigeria was fun.
Okay.
Growing up was fun. I came from a family of five, so it was really a small family. We didn't we well, I didn't grow up with plenty per se, but we were comfortable. I mean,
Okay.
everything was fine. It was affordable. It was fun. I had my dad and my mom. To say as a child, I was really comfortable.
Okay. All right, Amanda, can you tell us what it was like growing up back here in Nigeria?
It was because I moved places a lot, so to be honest, it was unstable for me.
Okay.
But alongside that process, it was actually fun because regardless of the fact that we're just two, just me and my younger brother, um, I pretty much had an extended family because my grandfather really had a lot of wives. He had time. There was the money then. So, but yeah, it was actually fun. It was, how do I put it? Everything was economical. Everything was affordable. So, we were happy at that time. And I think it's just because, just maybe, we are too young to understand what the country, how it was at that time. But as, growing up from now to then, it was all right, to be honest. But I can't say for now, though.
All right, can you? That's for Amanda now. Okay, can you like tell us what was your motive behind? Okay, I want to actually travel out. And how long have you been in UK?
This is
Before
this is
I,
my second. This is my second year.
oh, okay. What
Yeah.
about you, Amy? How long have you been in UK?
I think this is my fifth month.
Your fifth month. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
this
All
this
right.
month.
So, Amanda, what was your motive behind wanting to travel out of the country?
To be honest, me and my family were comfortable, but I had no serious motive. I mean, I just wanted to school abroad. Do you
Okay.
understand? So it
It
was
was
not as
education.
if yes, there was education. Education was one of the reasons why, but I was not eager. But there was the opportunity, and there was my parents trying to make me a better person, and send me out there. And I'm like, okay, so this is the opportunity. Why not? Why don't I take it? So yeah, I could say that education was one of the reasons why. And to be honest, I can also say poverty.
All
Was one
right.
of the reasons why I wanted to, because I wanted to make something out for myself.
All
So
right.
yeah.
Okay. So, what was your motive, Amy? What made you say it was time for you to take the next
Um,
step?
it was more of thinking about the future, like with all the things that were happening back home in Nigeria and are still happening, I got to a point where okay, let's try something else. That was
Okay.
it. So it was more of, well, if I get the opportunity, it wasn't like I was uncomfortable back home. I was
Okay.
comfortable. I had a good job. Like my life was pretty much okay, but it was more of let's explore and see what else can
Okay.
come out of it. And here we are.
I want to ask this, like, that's to Amy. I want to ask, do you think there was particular reason for your family wanting to, you know, put the money towards sponsoring you to go over there?
I think they were more worried about the future
Okay.
for my siblings and I. I mean, because we're just like three, and then I'm the eldest, and so there's. It was more of with everything that was happening in Nigeria. It was looking like there was no hope. I mean, at some point, I was beginning to feel really stagnant with my job and everything. So I think they saw it, and it was more of okay. Why don't you just leave and see if you can get anything better? And then it's like creating a path for the rest of your siblings.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
All right. That's understandable. All right, Amanda. Was there any reason behind it for your parents? Did they say anything that was going on at that period or that time that made them say, "Oh, we can't take this anymore"? None of
No,
that.
my mom's reason was because she really wanted me to have a very comfortable and good life for my own self. The love, she just loved me so much enough to want to send me out there and see the other side of the world. She didn't want me to remain with her in Nigeria, do Nigerian jobs, what she has done. She wanted a different life for me. So I would say basically on her own part, it was just for her daughter to get a better life.
Okay. All right. So my next question is going to be that's directing this to Amanda. What was the total investment? Like, how much do you have to
Hmm.
gather together to make the whole process come through?
First off, I wasn't
Just
sure
give
I
us
was
an
going.
estimate.
Okay, both the visa fees, school fees, plane tickets.
Yeah.
First off, I can tell you that my school fees is with Nigerian currency right now. It should be 12 million a year.
Okay.
With the whole, because while applying, we used an agency, so those that number won't be 2 millions. So with the agency, it was about 1.6.
Okay.
With my plane tickets, it was using British Airways because that was my first time, traveling. So, um, 1.2 go both, going and coming back to and fro. So all in all, to be honest, I think everything should, with all those small, small miscellaneous fees, everything should round up to like 15 to 16 million.
It's even
Um,
expensive to run your bill.
it is,
It
but
choke.
it's not a joke.
It
Oh my
choke.
god.
It's
All
not
right.
even. I'm sorry to say, but I think it's even more than because the accommodation that I
It's
stayed in,
just
we
say
had
like
to. We
15 to
yeah,
20 million.
with the accommodation I stayed with, we paid straight up because it had to be. Like I said, it was my first time, so
Mhm.
I had no family, nothing, so we had to pay a direct deposit for the school accommodation of £8,000. So everything ran up to like 24 million,
Yeah.
24,000. Yeah, 24 million. Everything rounded up to that. Yeah.
All right. It's like you will sponsor me when I'm ready.
Mm. No problem. When we make it,
We'll make it
because
exactly.
that one's a
So,
different talk altogether.
what do you mean? How much? How much was it for you? Your total investment?
I think it was about the same.
Okay.
It was about the same. So let's say just 15 to 20 million.
All right. So, my next question is going to go to Raimi. How long did the entire process take?
Okay, I started applying quite early. So I started applying in January, February of 2022.
Okay.
So I got my admission around March, April. Let's just say 6 months, thereabout. I
Okay.
think
6 months.
yeah, because I got my visa in September and I also traveled in September. So okay, no, that's like 7 to 9 months.
starting from when I first applied, because I got a little bit of, it could be shorter, but I got a little bit of delays in
Yeah, it
between.
could be.
Yeah, it could be, it's really, it could be really short, but I got some delays in it, so that was it.
How long did yours take, Amanda?
To be honest, because I came here 2021, so it wasn't. It took about 3 months, 2 months and some. Because I started beginning of 2021, and I got the admission. I think like the next day or the next 2 days, and then the whole preparation. Because I did everything late, so the whole preparation everything took 2 months and 2 days.
Alright. So out of curiosity,
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, how did you guys meet over there?
Oh, it's a sweet love story.
You guys met there.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, nice. All right.
But I was the one that made the first move, though.
She did.
Putting it out there.
She did.
Yeah.
She made the first move.
Amanda is a very, very free person. Very, very.
She
I
is.
don't get why.
All right. So, my next question is: can you walk us through the process, like to Waimi? Can you walk us through like what the process and just summarize how it was for you? You know, applying when you first applied. Just take us through your journey for people listening, so that they can know what it's like.
Okay. So I first started, of course, you have to get admission. So you have to search for schools that you can afford and that you meet the requirements. So I did that and I applied to different schools in different parts of the UK. And one thing is you also have to pay attention to cost of living and all of that so that you don't get stranded. One thing is to get this admitted into the school. Another thing is to make sure that you can afford to stay in that city. So I did that and ended up getting admitted into this Nottinghamshire University. So yeah, you have to pay your deposits, £3,000 thereabouts. That was where my first delay came on because I tried to do the Form A thing,
Okay.
and with Nigerian banks that took like forever. So I waited more than a month, and transaction wasn't going through. So I had to just make a direct transfer to the school. Then and that costs more actually. The Form A makes subsidizes the rates. I think the naira to pound rates. But if you're going to do that transfer, that means you're buying dollar from black market, and that's like crazy expensive. But I had to do that anyway because I was running out of time. So after that, you get the school then sends you a what's it called? Your CAS. Sorry, yes, CAS. That's what it's called. So with that, you apply. That's what's the meaning of CAS? What's the meaning of CAS? Certificate of something.
CAS. Okay. I don't know what it means.
I've forgotten.
And
No,
I'm
it's not
wondering
something
if they
sponsorship. Sir, it is the letter that shows that the school is willing to sponsor you into the UK because you can't just come in.
Oh,
So this is either you're being sponsored by your school or you got a job that's going to sponsor you. So for us students, it's the school. So you get that letter. With that letter and the other visa requirements, that's what you apply to TLS with. So you apply that too. Sometimes it takes a while to get the dates for your biometrics. Yes, for that. So, but I had such short time because I spent all my time waiting for Form A to pull through. So I had to pay. There's something I paid for, and then I got a date. So with that, if you pay for priority, once you're done with your biometrics, it takes you like less than 5 days. You get your response. So because my school was resuming in September on the 19th, as at then, and as at on the 1st, I had not gotten date for biometrics. So I had to pay for the priority, and I think I got my response. My visa got approved. I got the response. I got my passport, and I quickly had to book for my flight and come here. But in all of this, I think the cocoa of everything is securing accommodation. Accommodation is, I don't think the school even stresses you getting a journey to the school and all that stresses you as much as accommodation. I mean, if you're going to a city where you don't have friends or family, you will suffer. It's not a joke. I still have friends that have not gotten like accommodation and we've been here for like 5 months. So if at all you're going to, as you're trying to gather money for separate for accommodation because this will be here. You have to pay like 6 months, 7 months upfront, and it's not change when you try to. With our exchange rate, it's not changed at all. So that's what really stresses you out. Another thing, you feel you can have the money, and it's to still be difficult for you to get the accommodation. So you have to start looking. The minute you get your admission, if the money is available, just start sourcing for accommodation. That's just.
Thank you very much. Amanda, was your process any different? Is there something you would like to add to that?
I think she skipped before getting your what's the thing, your dates. You skipped the
Yes, that's also
requirements of another stress.
It's another
Trying to get a
requirement.
date. Yeah,
You
you
said
have to do a tuberculosis
You have to
test,
start. You have to do a tuberculosis.
and it has an
Why
expiry date.
tuberculosis?
It's like, for example, Canada needs each country have their own requirements of what kind of test
medical
that you should do.
requirements. Mhm.
So they need to make sure that you're okay before coming to their country. So, but I can't remember the test Canada requires. But at that time I did it, it was for 2 tests. But for UK, they require a tuberculosis test before you can go onto your biometrics, and then wait either for the standard visa, priority, or super priority visa. So the priority visa takes about 5 days. The standard takes about 3 weeks to 1 month. Priority takes 5 days to 7 days, and super priority takes the next 24 hours for your visa to come out. So
If I heard you correctly, you mentioned you applying to Canada or something like that.
Yeah, I did apply to Canada first before applying to the UK. So Canada's
Canada's not
application
smiling.
is difficult. I think it took me 8 months. It took them 8 months for them
Canada.
to. So that's why I just quickly took UK, because UK is very quick and fast. As far as you have the money, just everything is quick.
Yeah, exactly. As far as you can
Is it the same? Would you say it's like the same prices, like if you
No, it's
apply
cheaper.
there, or someone is? Which one is cheaper?
Canada, the fee is cheaper.
So
Okay.
I could say it's relatively cheap compared to UK.
All right. Thank you guys so much. My next question is going to go to Wayne. How did you feel when you got there?
It was rough, man. It was rough. It was rough the minute I got. I said, while I was doing the whole process, I think reality did not set in. I was busy trying to get ready. Reality had not set in then. But the minute I got to Heathrow, no, not even Heathrow. The minute I left Delta State, because nobody left with me. I left Delta State alone to Lagos. When I got to Lagos, I was in my hotel room alone. And as at that time, I had not even. Okay, my friend was here, so she helped me secure accommodation. But then it was beginning to set in like, okay, you're leaving, you're leaving your family. Then I got this road. I got my bag and everything. I was going to catch my coach, and I was like, okay, I'm here by myself, like alone.
But you have somebody there now.
It's different.
Okay.
She's my friend now, but then she wasn't really she was somebody that was introduced to me. So she was a friend's friend.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So she was introduced to me at the very last minute, the week I was traveling. I started talking to her like 3 days before my flight. So I didn't know anything about her then.
Alright.
So as good as I was alone. So it was rough. Settling in was very rough.
How is it going for you now?
No, I have Amanda and I have a lot of other people, so it's cool. I'm chill. I'm fine. It's fine.
That's nice. That's nice to hear. So Amanda, how was the feeling for you?
Up until I landed to Heathrow Airport and took the ride to my new accommodation, the first night I couldn't sleep because I was overwhelmed. I felt so scared because, like, I've never been outside the country before. You see their brown walls and their faces on TV and stuff. So it was very overwhelming. I couldn't sleep that day, and I didn't even settle to, like, I cannot even lie to you. I'm not even 100% settled right now, but like at that time, like for 4 months, I wasn't really settled. I think I would say that I ran into a state of panic, anxiety, and I was depressed because then I was now looking for a job. I couldn't find a job. I didn't know my way around. I didn't know how to count coins. I didn't know the difference. I was lost. So it's literally just you coming into a new world, totally different from where you grew up from. So it was overwhelming and it was really scary. But then, I got to meet someone beginning of last year, and then up until then, like someone from Babcock where I schooled at that time, and from then till now, I feel I don't want to say I feel at home, but I feel comfortable, and I feel like, you know what, yes, I have people here that I can trust and call my friends, if not family.
So when you
So,
say you're not 100% settled, what would
that's
it take for you to feel like you're 100% comfortable and okay?
it would take a lot of money.
Okay.
I'm not even no true. It would
All
take a
right.
lot of money. It would
Okay.
take a lot of time because in this country, everything is done with time. It's not like Nigeria that you want to get something tomorrow, you pay off your way. Like, it's not even possible. Because to be honest, like it would take a lot, and everything here is done with it is we don't is done with processes. Like you must follow the process in order to get where you want to get to.
You also mentioned something about calculations between coins and
Yeah, so how in
so
Nigeria we
they
have
pay with coins over there.
yes,
Okay.
coins is more or less is literally change and money at the same time. I don't know if you get me. Okay, for example, they have the paper and they have the coins. So you can buy
Okay.
something worth of, yeah, let's say you have the £5 notes and then you buy something worth of £4, and then that 99 pence is not in a note. Sorry, the
Okay, so
one
they give you
pound.
coins.
Yeah, the £1 is not in a note, so they give you a coin of £1.
I'm going to
Real.
ask what you mean, like, do you have any expectations at this moment? You said it's been 5 months there. How long before I ask that, how long is your masters, your how long is it?
It's a year's program, so you should be graduating in December.
Okay, nice. Congratulations in advance.
Yeah.
What are your expectations?
Okay, I hope to first off secure a job that well because with the state of things in Nigeria, honestly, I don't want to go back there.
So you're
I
not
don't think
working
there's any.
currently alongside schooling?
Oh, I am, but that's not the kind of job. That's not the kind of job that will keep me here.
Okay, okay, okay,
So
okay,
it's
okay.
just part time. Our students were
Okay.
limited to the number of working hours. It's just part time, and then the cash is kind of low
All right, all right.
compared to what
Okay.
I would really want to do when I'm done
Def.
with my program.
Okay. Okay. So you definitely want to stay back, get a good job.
Yep.
All right. So Amanda, is yours to 1 year program?
It is, but I had to do a pre-master's because of my background because I switched from arts to science. So I had to do a
Okay.
pre-master's for 1 year and then do a proper master's for another year. So after mine took 2 years.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what are your expectations?
To be honest, I plan on visiting obviously, but like coming back to Nigeria, if I make, which would take a while, but by God's grace, hopefully it doesn't. If I make the kind of money that I wish to, I don't still think I want to go back to Nigeria and live there. Because even though I make the money that I want to make, Nigeria will find a way to help me and finish it. And why will I go back to? I have to come back to country and make another one. So why not I just make the money and then squander small comeback? So, but I don't want to go back to Nigeria. No.
All right. So just like she said, she want to get a better job.
Yeah, I want to get a better job. Like I'm looking at some really, high paying roles, which obviously need some serious processes to go. You can't just jump there. And it's a bit harder for students right now, but you have to just get through to the process. And to get through that process, you need money. So either way, is everything is like you just have to follow the due process before you get it. But yeah, my expectation is to get a very good job that I get to sponsor my visa, and I get like a sponsorship to remain in the country and move on from there and see where life takes me.
My next question is for Wayemi. Um, this is I'm diverting towards like relationship now because I want to know what it's like. Were you dating before traveling, or it was a situation of you were single and you
Sipping my
traveled?
tea.
I am not single.
No.
I am not
Previously,
really. No, I wasn't, and I still am not. I am dating. I
okay.
have been dating before I left Nigeria, and I am still dating.
Oh, you're still with the same person.
Yes, the same person.
Amanda, mute your mic. Why is she
I am
laughing?
still with the same. Don't mind her. She's a crazy child. I am
Ah,
going to watch this thing. Let me know she guys somebody so.
okay, okay.
No, but to be, I'm on the one you laughing. I am still with the same person. We started dating about okay in June. I think it will be 2 years in June or July thereabout.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I told him, I told him before I traveled that if I had known that I was going to at some point travel, that I wasn't going to say yes to him because
Oh,
I I I didn't really want to do this whole long distance thing.
it's
Mm-mm.
done.
Yeah, but it's been 5 months. It's been good. But I started told him that he has to come here, find his way here, one way or the other. Because I mean, if we're serious about what we're doing, we have to. So we're working towards it anyway. So it's going great.
Okay.
But it's hard though.
All
I'm not even
right.
gonna lie. It is hard, you know. And then you go out and you see all these small children. It's hard being here by myself, but I just had to get used to it. And I don't even have time with school and work and
There's a
everything
lot going on.
I've got going on. I don't even have time to think of how. I don't have time to miss man right now, but I do. But there's not enough time to dwell on it. So, but
Okay.
notwithstanding, everything is fine. Everything has been going on fine so far.
I wish you guys well. I really do. I pray things work out for you.
You have to.
Amanda,
Thank you.
you can unmute your mic now. Okay. Now can you tell me, just give me one reason why you were laughing?
No, because I know that I have not made life easier for this girl in this country.
Okay.
I know for a fact. So because I have a relation. I'm in a relationship, and yes, he lives here in the UK. So and he lives here in my city. We're both in the same place. So it's like anytime when you is like Amanda, this I'm like, oh sorry, I have to go somewhere, and she knows where the where is. So it's like I've just
Oh,
been choking her so small. So
oh.
relax.
Let's take it easier now.
I
So
cannot.
Amanda, were you dating back in Nigeria?
No, I was single.
Oh, ouch.
Very
Ouch.
single. Right. I actually came out of a relationship. I think three. Okay, it was okay. Yeah, it was a year. Oh no, it was few. Sorry, it was few months before I came out of the relationship and then came to the UK.
All right. This question is for Wayne. From what you said now, would you say that relationships can survive this whole Japa process, or what do you recommend to partners who want to survive?
To be honest, I don't think the truth is relationship where one last go last, the one where one break go break. Because I don't think there's a particular rule to it. Because
Okay.
I'm not doing anything special. I mean, there are people that this is like my second long distance relationship. So it's I don't think there's no rule to it.
Okay.
If you guys have a plan, because there's sometimes that you can have plans and one or two things will happen and it will just crash. There are
Okay.
other times that you just like I know for sure that we before I left we made a plan and we're working towards it together. So I don't know, maybe that's and it just depends on the individuals involved. So I can't say do this or don't do that. It all depends on the individuals involved. So but for me, we have a plan and we're working towards it. And I just hope that it works out. I'm just taking every day at a time. I'm trying not to plan too much. At the same time, I'm trying to make sure that he wants to do this as much as I want to do it. Because I can be making plans and it looks like I'm forcing him. So I think that's basically it.
Sure.
Once you guys talk about it before you leave, make sure that it's something that you both want to do. If it's not, then it's just better to call it off because there's no need deceiving yourself.
Okay.
That's it.
Amanda, what would you advise to your friend in this situation?
If you're in the diaspora and then your partner is over in Nigeria, I think you should try and make it work, because if you think that you can come to this country and just, say, oh, you know what, when you're in Nigeria, you know what, when I come over here, I'm going to meet somebody new that fast. It can happen for you. I was lucky, but it's not that easy. You go neat for your eye, because it's not as easy as people think here. So if you have something that you know that, okay, you and this person, you are looking forward to a future, make it work out. Because don't think, oh, when you come here, you're just going to find the next possible person and then jump into it. Nobody is serious anymore. But just hold that person tight, and if you people have a plan, if people know this that she said, you people know this is what you want, work towards it, and it's going to get better. It's going to work out if both of you want it to work out. So my advice is that whosoever you're with right now, and that you know you see a future with the person, make it work. Don't allow what you're seeing online or people changing boo here and there. It's not as it is out there. It's a total different ball game. So whatever you're with, make it work,
All
and
right.
don't just come here and think, oh,
Thank you so much, guys.
you're
My next
welcome.
question would be to Raimi. My question is about gender role now. Okay, so in Nigeria we have the gender role. Our roles, the female roles, the male their roles, and all of that. Do you think there's a difference with the gender role in our country and the gender role here? What would you say?
I think there's a difference because, yeah, no matter who you are, male, female, and others, you have to hustle.
Okay.
You just have to hustle. If you know you want to survive,
Mm.
you have to hustle. There's nobody sitting down and waiting for any man to come and do something. Or there's any women you're meant to be in the kitchen, you're meant to be doing this or doing that. Mm-mm.
Okay.
There are couples here that both male and female and the likes. Everybody goes out to make money because you can't live it for the life here. You can't live it for one person. One person cannot handle the responsibility. So everything is shared.
Okay.
So there's no specific. Anybody can do anything as long as you're doing something legit to survive. You have to do what you have to do.
All right.
That's
Thank
it.
you. Thank you very much for that. Amanda, my next question is to you.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask, can living overseas really replace the feeling of that? That home feeling, like
No,
can it ever replace?
you can never. You
Why
know
do
all
you
this
say
thing when you're
so?
seeing, when you're seeing street food and you just want to stop and buy a car and sit down and just be in your car and just eat, or you are seeing a bookie making those it can never be the same. There's nothing that you tell me. Even with the African stores here that try to, and some, communities that have tried to bring that Nigerian vibe, it comes and it goes. It doesn't stay. Nigerian vibe will happen today in a party. Everybody has gone to their house and joined the white people in doing what they are doing. So it can never replace that feeling ever.
So truly, no place like home.
Truly, truly, no place like home, I swear.
All right, all right. What about you, Waymi? Would you say the same thing?
I agree with Amanda 100%. Nothing can replace that Nigerian vibe, that home feeling. Nothing.
Like you mentioned earlier, you would still not want to come back. All
No,
right.
no, come and visit.
Yes, that's the
I
thing.
guess.
Visit,
I
go
guess.
get that vibe, and then come back to work.
Yeah,
All right.
face reality.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
my last question is going to go to Amanda. So before I started, I give you the situation correctly on ground and the reason why we're having this conversation. So I want you to tell our listeners listening to you today, what would you say would be the characteristics of a good leader? What kind of leader do you think we need right now and at the moment?
Someone who knows the pain of the people, who understands what the people are going through. And I would say it's P2B. Let's not go into politics. But if you're hearing me right now, vote that man if you don't want to suffer.
Okay.
Vote him. But the kind of leader Nigeria needs is someone that honestly understands the situations, what is going on, what the people are actually going through. I
Okay.
mean, there are levels to this because, so I feel like the leaders that we have right now, they just obviously they're selfish. They only think about themselves. But for somebody like that is compassionate, somebody that would carry the loads of, I mean, how do I even, what's the English I'm going to use? Someone that will carry the burdens of Nigeria because we are suffering. It's not even a news, right? The suffer is even is getting worse by the minute. So somebody that is passionate, somebody that understands the people's feelings, somebody that is willing to change the country. I think that's what we need right now.
All right. Do you want to add anything to that, Mayemi?
Amanda has just said everything. That's what we need. Somebody that's been with the people. You can't be up there and thinking that you understand what's going on down here.
Okay.
So you have to spend time with us. And personally, I'm tired of our forefathers. I mean, these people have been there since I was born. Just give chance to us. Let's have a new kind of government and let's see. And I don't know why we still have people, we still have youths that still think that this whole thing is by tribe. He's my tribe. It's amazing. I met somebody here, actually here with me, that said he would go for a certain candidate because of what he has done in the past for a said state. And I'm like, are you serious? I watched somewhere when a young guy said he's going to vote for somebody because he's his tribe. Are you kidding me? In 2023, we're still doing that. I mean, these people basically destroyed my youth. I spent the whole of my 20s. It was not rosy. Let's get a new kind of government. We don't need any of all this. So we need somebody that's been with us and is feeling what we have been feeling. That's just it.
All right, thank you guys so much, so much. Like, you guys are just dropping bang. Like, there's so many things I didn't even know that I got to learn. Like the whole caste thing, acceptance for studies, and the rest of that, the pounds and all of that. This was quite entertaining and educating at the same time. So I just want to say thank you. Is there anything you would like to say to people that are listening? Maybe something I didn't ask, something you want to put out there?
Yeah. For the thing that I would always tell people that want to Japa is please know somebody where you're going to. It's very important.
Okay.
You're going to Netherlands, you're going to the islands. Have somebody, even if it's 1 or 2 persons, have a friend. Make your research. And the problem and the only mistake that I know that I made was I didn't do enough research. I just packed my loads and went. There was no research. So if you're out there, you're trying to travel, get to know somebody. If you feel you can handle it all alone, I'm going to tell you for this for free. It's not going to be easy because you're going to a new other world. So get to know somebody where you are going to. State your facts. Know what you are going to do. Then don't just rush everything. You shouldn't. I did that mistake. It cost me I don't say a lot, but it cost me a number. There are times where I was so lost I didn't even know what I was doing. So get to know somebody, do your research very well before leaving to any country at all. So that's about it.
For me, abroad is not for the faint-hearted.
It's not.
Okay.
Except your father is Dangote or and the likes. If you're coming here, have it in mind that you're going to hustle. Even if you are being sponsored by your parents and they are paying your bills, it gets to a point. I mean, with the current exchange rate, it's not easy for your parents. You too, you have to contribute somehow. At least take care of yourself. So you would have to get a job. And most of the jobs are available to students. I had that problem. That's why I'm sharing it. I just think most of the jobs available to students are really like what they call the menial jobs.
Yeah.
That normally you will not do it if you were back in Nigeria.
What kind of
Sometimes
job?
there are healthcare jobs, there are support work jobs that you have to take care of. Sometimes people with mental health issues and stuff like that. Sometimes it involves personal care. You have to work at maybe restaurants and do stuff like that just because of the limited working hours that you have.
Yeah.
So you have to prepare your mind for the kind of things you're coming to face. I had that issue. I was struggling seriously. I was always crying because I was like, did I leave Nigeria to come and do this? But then again, it's a new life and you're trying to survive. You just have to understand that it's a phase. That's not what you're going to do forever. But in the meantime, that's where you are. So you have to do it. It's a step to a better life. So you have to prepare your mind to hustle. There's enjoyment. There are places that you would spend your money, no problem, but you have to prepare your mind to hustle. So when you're coming here, prepare your mind that you're coming to hustle. Except say if you can afford it, no problem. But then just prepare your mind for the hustle. That's just it.
All right.
And also, one last thing, sorry, is that you shall remember that you're coming here to survive. You're not living. You're surviving. Every day is a struggle in this country. Literally, every penny, every coin, every money that you get is going into somewhere. And let's not even go to house rent where you're paying in Nigeria. If you convert it to Nigerian money, you're paying like 500k or to 800,000 naira a month here. And that's minus your feeding. So let's not even go to the bills. The bills are something else. So don't think it's bed of roses here. It's a lot. It's a lot. You can be working as your salary can be £1,000 a month, but your bills is £600 a month. That's minus. You're not even bought your groceries, nothing. Like, that's a different topic altogether. But whatever you're doing, just know that in this country it's not easy at all. It's not easy. There are so many misconceptions people have about us, but just know it's not bed of roses.
All right, thank you so much, guys. These tips were so wonderful. Thank you. My team and I are
You're
saying
welcome.
and
You're welcome.
we're so glad that we decided to host you, because there were so many things that we got to learn, like I mentioned. So we've come to the end of this second podcast. I wish you guys well, and like
Thanks.
relationship, career, and all of that. I wish you guys so well, and I pray
Yeah.
like everything you're working towards, I pray you attain them. I pray you get them.
Amen.
So thank you again, and yeah, we really appreciate you. So we're going, for those that
Mm.
are just listening, if you're just listening for the first time, please do like, do subscribe, and there's so many tips that we have coming your way.
Yeah.
And I can tell personally that I got to learn, so I know you also got to learn one few things from them. So yes, there are definitely so many things that we have coming your way. So do subscribe and do share with members of your circle. All right, thank you very much, guys. Do
You're
have a lovely
welcome.
day.